Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode. This is going to be Mystic Mountain. We're going to be playing it. It's in my Let's Build a Park series. I hope you enjoy it, and I really had a good time with it. One thing I didn't remember about this when I played it, it's been a while, is that how hard it is to make some money. I forgot that it started out with $10,000 already, and then I could only go up to 15. Well, I went ahead and I borrowed about 12 or 13,000 really quick, and it just kind of got away from me. Next thing you know, I'm out there and I was done spending all my money, and I really haven't got much to show for it. The park hasn't really been established yet, and as you'll see, I got down to building my first roller coaster, and I kind of ran out of money on it, and I was so far in the hole I couldn't borrow anything, so I had to take the roller coaster and chop it down some to generate some cash, and then ended up making it a little bit shorter than what I wanted, but you'll see that coming up. But for the most part, I'm starting out here building my entranceway, building a little building right there around the entranceway, sort of like an administration building for the park itself. Get that set up, leveled out a little bit of the land so that I'd have more flat surface to put down the rides, and it worked out pretty good. So like I said, this park was it was a fun park to play, and a fun park to build. It's one of my favorites. When I first started playing this, it used to be called Mothball Mountain, so that tells you how far back it goes. And then they renamed it Mystic. I don't know exactly when they did that, but Mystic Mountain does sound better. Mothball Mountains was kind of a... I really don't know why they call it Mothball Mountains, but it is a fun and enjoyable park, and it's not that big, although there is a lot of space that you can get out there and buy, although each block of land is pretty expensive. I think it was around $80 or $90 a block, so only if you're going to play it a long time past the scenario end date, although I've done that before too and made a pretty big park, but we're really going to be concerned with putting up the scenario part of it. So there we go. I'm going to place my first ride, which is obviously a merry-go-round. That's usually the first ride I always place when it's available. Not always, but when it is available. So we get the merry-go-round up and running. We're going to throw in some other items here. We're going to get us some stalls going and decorate a little bit there. Throw in some trees. I always like to decorate with some extra trees, make it all look nice. Throwing in some planking around the queue area. And there goes my umbrellas. Well, yes, of course, $1 for the park map. And we're going to start out putting it at $20. Yes, I know that's highway robbery, but since I don't have any big way to make a lot of money right off the bat, and this one is pretty rainy, we'll get that up there. I will lower the price at a certain point in the near future during the game, so we'll take it down to a more reasonable price a little bit later on. So I got to get things going right now and get some stalls out there, get a restroom put in for everybody. We only got like 3 people in the park right now, so, and it's raining. Of course it's raining. Put in a drink stall. One of the things about this park that I had forgot about too is that the fact that when you zoom out, if you look at the road that the guests walk down to come up to your park, it's pretty long, so they have a long way, so you have to kind of time it out. It's not that you're not getting a lot of people, but from the time they're generated till the time they get to the park entrance themselves, they've walked a long way, and so that takes time, so that slows your revenue growth down. So I ended up trying to alleviate that by doing some campaigns, advertising campaigns. I did several throughout the time frame of the scenario, just to get those people coming, because you never know how long they're going to take to get up there and get into the park and start spending some money. So now we've added our second ride, which is the Scrambler. No, that's what it's called. And I think now they call it the Sizzler, but it used to be called Scrambler in my day. They call it scrambled eggs here, and then they call it the Twist. Man, it'll always be Scrambler to me because that's when I grew up going to amusement parks and going to county fairs and whatnot. The ride was called Scrambler, so I rode the Scrambler. And I loved that park ride. To this day, I can't ride it anymore because it makes me dizzy. But Scrambler was always one of my favorite amusement park rides growing up as a kid. There we go. I went ahead and maxed out my money to $15,000. Give you a nice aerial view of the park there. Going to put in a haunted house. Another fan favorite there. I like the haunted house. It's pretty fun, and it's not a bad money maker. Doesn't have a lot of throughput, but it will make you some money. And you put people in lines. While we're building that, you can see that the people are coming up the road there. The guests are coming in. Got a nice steady flow of them, so it's all good. And of course, it's raining again. I'm good with that though. Making me some more money. I'm going to throw a few more trees in around there to help spruce up the area around the haunted house. And we're going to start our first roller coaster. And there we go, fast forwarding. We got the roller coaster up finally. I cut out the part where it took me a while to get it, and then I had to sell back some of the ride because I'd really overspent and I couldn't complete it, and I was in the red. It was horrible. So I had to tear it down and basically rebuild it from scratch to get it up to where it is. So that's the completed version now. And it's not a bad coaster. It's not graded. It doesn't have really high stats, but it's a money maker. A lot of kids will be out there running it and riding it and spending their money on it. Adding another, I've added another ride there. Got a drop, a free fall drop, roll belly as they call it. And I was trying to put my pre-made swinging ship out there called the Scurvy Dog, but it was a little more expensive, so I had to go and build it from scratch so I could afford it. I still call it the Scurvy Dog though. She's just got a shorter queue line is all, but that's okay because it'll make us some money, keep things going. This is a good scenario though. I really enjoyed it a lot, and it's one of my all-time favorites from way back. So I hope you're enjoying it. I also like to take this time to remind you, if you enjoy my content, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out with my content because I have to spend a lot of time and effort to make these things, and by at least giving me a like, you're letting me know that I'm on the right track and entertaining me, because that's the main thing. If I'm going to invest my time here, I'd like to make sure that I am entertaining folks and not wasting my time or your time. Park's coming along nice. I don't have a lot of money built up, but I am in the positive. Gotta add some more staff. Got my staffing a little bit low there. Gotta keep the park clean and tidy, or I'm gonna have issues later on. And here we got us an inverter swinging ship, newest addition to the park. And of call it the inverter. Added another restroom as well. Got to keep those park guests happy. Then we added a 3D cinema. Call it the Storm Chaser. Named it after the movie that we're going to be showing. And we're going to squeeze the top spin in there. One of my favorite rides. I enjoy I could never ride it myself in real life. It just too much swinging and spinning around make me nauseous. So, but I do enjoy them because depending on the scenario and time, sometimes I decorate them out really nice. And this one we just went for a basic model, but I've been known to really spoof them up. And one of my favorite things to do with them is to give them a desert theme and change the ground around it to desert and add some desert trees and plants and call it the Sandstorm. Now we're going to add us a Ferris wheel. Funds are getting a little bit low, but we got enough to squeeze it in there and get the Ferris wheel up and running. It's going to be the Mystic Wheel. Add a few more trees. And I'm going to extend it out across over to the other side. We're going to make a extension area there for the park. And I'm going to complete it out, and that way give the guests some pathways to walk on. So that way we can try to alleviate a little bit of the overcrowding due to the small space of the park. I'm not really adding on to it, except for the little bit that I bought over by the roller coaster. So I'm going to utilize what I have in the park, and we're going to kick it into high gear now and show you some quick build going on. And now we've added our second roller coaster here in the park. It's my little concoction I got called the Bow Tie. You've seen it in other parks already, but it's cheap and it generates a lot of cash. So I got it in there. It's not going to take up too much space. And with the picture, the photo section that it's got in there, the ride generates a huge amount of profit. I'm going to throw in a few more stalls down on this end. Got to get people up there, keep them fed, keep them happy. There you get a nice aerial shot of the park. And we completed this section, so now we've got a nice pathway that goes around the outskirts of the park. And we're going to do another expansion over here on the hillside. As you can see, we've added a raceway. Mystic Carts is out there. You know, the carts always make a nice tidy little profit. And we're going to build our third roller coaster now. It's going to be the not the mine train, but the Wild Mouse mine car ride. It's not a bad little layout, kind of compact, but it worked out really nice. I was able to get it up and around and hook it in real nice, and it's not going too fast, not being too crazy kind of Wild Mouse type ride. It's got some smooth transitions, got a few sharp turns, and it comes back into the station at a reasonable speed. Seeing how I can't put any block brakes on it, that is very important, as you know, because these can tend to crash. Got it up and running. It's all good, all going well. Add a few more trees. Now I'm showing you my financial summary. I've got my loan paid down except for just $1,000 right now, and we just paid off my loan, which is one of my trademarks. I've told you that in the past I like to try to, before the end of the scenario, I like to try to get out of debt, have the park operating on cash that is generated without having to pay back any kind of loan. As you can see there, the park is up and running smoothly. Adding some more stalls. Got a cotton candy. Adding that into the park. Put a few of them up. Everything's going really well. Right now it's August of year 3. We've only got a couple more months left to finish up the scenario. Got 1,550 guests in the park. The park rating is well above a 600. It's in the 900s right now. So we're doing well. Don't have a whole lot of cash, but we're operating the park on money made from the park generated revenues itself, which is what I wanted to do. It's August, year 3. See, I got a mini maze over there on the back side of the park. Everybody seems to be happy. It's going well. Now, basically, I'm not going to expand the park anymore. It's basically hit its peak for what I think will be a guest cap, so to speak. So, all I'm going to do now is do my cleanup and keep the park going well. Maybe add a few more staff and repair any damage that vandals may have caused to keep the happiness level up. Park rating is now 937. That's pretty good. And here we go, adding a couple more guys, adding a mechanic and some handymen. There you go. There's a nice aerial view of the park. We're well above what we need at this point to win the scenario. I'm just going to speed things up a little bit and run her out to near the end. And we've now entered September. Park's running well. Like I said, I really enjoy doing these things there. I would like to see some folks, please do some comments, give me your likes and subscriptions. That's awesome too, but even so, comments, I really like to get some feedback, because I'm not getting a whole lot of that. The likes I appreciate and whatnot, but how about some feedback? Help me out. Let me know that I'm on the right track for doing things. I really would appreciate that. We're cranking it out. We're in October, year 3. The park is winding down. We're up over 1,100 guests. Doing really well with the park. Not complaining. Just going to sit back and ride it out to the end. Got it sped up a little bit there to crank it out. We're almost done. Once again, I do appreciate you folks. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.